Ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. Today we have fantastic news for all gamers. I have just returned from the EGX, or European Games Expo, where me and the Session Zero team were doing some live D&D for all of the viewers. It was incredible, actually. We accidentally got put on the main stage and somehow still managed to fill all of the seating. So it's been an eventful weekend. I'm now back. I'm recovering from the con flu that everybody seems to get at the conventions now. And I came back to some really good news. And that good news is that, well, essentially, crypto mining is sort of dead. To the extent that gamers will now have an absolute torrent, an absolute flood of GPUs on the market, albeit second-hand mined GPUs. However, there are so many flooding the market right now. Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Craigslist, Gumtree, like flooding them. There are so many flooding them that they are actually incredibly cheap. Like, I'm talking insanely cheap. Now, why has all this happened? You know, how did this come about? I will explain that now. The biggest mineable cryptocurrency with GPUs is Ethereum. And they have used for the last God knows how many years the mining protocol, essentially, proof of work. Proof of work is where you use GPU's power. You use GPU's power to validate transactions on the blockchain. I am massively oversimplifying this because this video is not about crypto itself. So there are many other videos explaining that if you're interested. But to simplify it, they essentially prove that they have done calculations to validate the transactions, just so that not anybody can just have authority, right? Well, this has had a few issues over the past few years. One, the best things to use for this was GPUs. Understandably a problem for the gamers, because you can't get GPUs now, and this was the sole reason, along with the part shortage, for the massive price rise in GPUs, making GPUs completely unattainable for anyone who wanted them. There were companies that were quite literally buying up hundreds of thousands of GPUs, such as Ethermine here. Ethermine shuts up shop, and we'll get back to why that has happened and why that is a knock-on effect of this. So, to boil this down, essentially, Ethereum has moved from proof of work to proof of stake, meaning that you no longer need GPUs to validate blockchain transactions. You now do that by staking or investing your existing Ethereum in the network. It's, again, massively simplified, very complicated thing. But yeah, so GPUs are now useless for this. Now, the hash rate, so the amount of computing power that was on the Ethereum network, you can see here was, I believe this is being measured in terahashes. So like nearly 1,000 terahashes. And then boom, down to zero because they can't mine anymore. Well, allegedly, only 25% of that like nearly 1,000 terahash of networking power, only 25% of that has moved on to other mineable cryptos, meaning that from all we can tell, the other 75% have sold off their GPU farms. And the other cryptos that you can mine that are profitable, which is very few, by the way, and these big companies need to be mining something profitable to keep the lights on, quite literally, because the power cost is astronomical. So they need to turn a profit on the mining, and they're not. So the few currencies where they can, so many people have mined them day one and jumped on them that they're no longer profitable anymore because no one's trying to buy it. They are all trying to sell it. So it's created this weird loop now where so many mineable cryptocurrencies are no longer profitable that people are just selling off their mining farms. That, along with some other announcements from Nvidia, basically mean that the GPU market has opened up again. You can all get GPUs again. And yes, they will have been mined on. But the important thing here is that they will be so cheap that even if they do break, you just go get another. Like, I'm talking dirt cheap. Now, this is good news for the gamer, and the reason for this is pretty simple. The new GPUs from Nvidia have been announced. The power requirement for them are absurd. The price of them, completely absurd. And honestly, it's just out of reach for so many gamers. This couldn't have happened at a better time. It truly could not have. So, Ethermine shuts up shop, and you might be thinking, well, what the hell's Ethermine? Ethermine is where you could basically do cloud mining for Ethereum. Well, their entire business has just disappeared. There's nothing to mine. The click of a finger, business gone overnight. And honestly, I think this is a good thing, because not only is this opening up the GPU market again and allowing gamers, or allowing more people to get into PC gaming due to the new affordability of it, it's also reducing the energy consumption around the world significantly by this one blockchain changing to proof of stake. And that's kind of crazy to think about. Now, I personally think that a lot of blockchains now are going to follow this move, because it's just not an affordable thing anymore. All of this crypto news comes as a surprise to absolutely nobody, let's be honest, as crypto as a whole over the last 6 months has really just taken about a 50% dive. I'm using Bitcoin as just an example here, as most follow that trend. Past 6 months, down 48.48%. Look at that. It's kind of, I say terrifying, not really terrifying to any of us, but it's terrifying to see how quickly this can all fall apart. And of course, the crypto bros and the moon dudes are going to sit there and say, it's a bearish market. That's what it is. Like, if that is how you justify losing 50% of your portfolio, the copium is strong with this one. It truly is. Ladies and gents, if you are watching this video as it goes out, I'm going to be live afterwards. But yeah, wild times ahead. And I've actually got some really cool videos that are planned and upcoming, including something you'll see very soon. But if you are watching this as this video goes out, I'm going to be live over on Twitch, and I am going to be playing the latest update of Dreamworld, their early access pre-release kind of deal. And I have to say, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what they've changed, because I've been told it is a lot. So if that's your thing, hop on over to Twitch and join me there. If not, totally understandable. And I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, a massive, massive thank you to my Patreons. I love you guys to the moon and back, not in a crypto way, but you know what I mean. And as always, if you've enjoyed the video, leave a comment, like the video, and hit subscribe. Until next time, take care.